Hi, everybody. It is Joshua David Murphy. Just coming in with on almost live. My phone died, so I'm here on video on YouTube. And what I'm doing right now is I am breaking in my ballet shoes that I just bought, and it came in. And I'm super excited about it. And I was like, what an opportunity to talk about movement and process and just like listening to your body. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to this process at all. I'm just going to follow my intuition and listen to like what my feet are telling me, what the shoes are telling me, and what like the present is telling me for the most part. So if you're interested, stay tuned. I'm gonna try to do this to the best of my ability in order to achieve a result. So I don't know if it'll be like a two-parter or whatever, but it starts now, and it starts with me having this little guy. This is my first pair of Pointe shoes. I bought them on Amazon for about 35 bucks. The brand is Vanessa. Cool. You want to talk about Rex right now, by the way? Just moved to DC, so we're still unpacking and we're remodeling in a few different projects. So life is chaotic, and so I'm hoping that this helps me restore some order in my life. But so going back to the shoes themselves, what I've done so far is just put them on a couple different times, and it's this weird sensation of wanting to like listen to the material, like listening to the fabric, hearing it rip, hearing it crack, which is one of my favorite things in the world. If you were to tell me one of my ask me like one of my favorite sounds in the world, I think it's orchestras warming up, and the second would be the sound of breaking in ballet Pointe shoes. And I know that those are very specific, but they're mine, and I love them very much. So what I'm doing now is I put my foot in a few different times to kind of pre-mold, I guess you could say, because essentially you're just breaking down. I don't know anything about ballet science. This is all just my idea. So these are a little small too. They're a size 11. I'm usually an 11 in women's, but I have the world's widest hobbit feet. The shoes or the socks are Axels, just in case you're wondering. They're the Colorado flag. My home. Spent 30 years in Colorado. So everything I have is a little bit personal touch, so I'll tell you about that. What's up, Casey? We love you so much. So just kind of trying by memory to form this shoe to what I think my foot feels like. And now there's different methods that you could do for breaking in your shoe, and I don't know them. I've just seen them in movies. This is my first pair of Pointe shoes, so I'm just going by memory of what I've seen in movies. I know that there's like you burn phrase at some point and you like scuff the ends in order to create texture. I'm gonna try to get as far along as possible without doing those things and seeing what takes me, because ballet is an ancient art form, and to me, if I was to understand it correctly, I think that ballet itself was definitely inspired by movement, and the movement that existed at the time was these yoga moves, right? And there's so much crossover. I've studied ballet for, I want to say, 4 or 5 years professionally, with Littleton Dance Company. If you're still out there, hello, I'm still dancing. They were very kind and patient, because growing up, my parents didn't allow me to be a ballerino, which is a male ballet dancer, or they call themselves ballet dancers or ballerinas. Like, it's all up for grabs now. And I know there's probably like people out there who are going to comment and be like, men can't be ballerinas. Well, I'm here to tell you that they can, and you can be whatever you want to be. Just choose to be a good person while you're doing it. Can I get an amen? So right now I'm just trying to stretch out and mold the thing that's in there. If I'm doing it wrong, comment below. There is just like this cardboard almost sole to the shoe, and as you see, I've taken my time like bending it. Don't pay attention to my manicure. I just bought some stuff to paint my nails because they're all chipped and very unhealthy. So what I'm trying to do is just break that mold down a little bit more and shape it out and see what I could do here and kind of like knuckle it in to the formation of my toes. Kind of think like a sculpture, making a sculpture of your toes. On this, I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this, and this will kind of end part 1 for now. But the first step is just kind of bending it to what you think your foot looks like. And if you don't know what your foot looks like, well, they're attached to your ankles, for starters. You know what your foot feels like. You yourself know what your foot feels like because you use it on a daily basis. And there's a bunch of different muscles and sensations down there. And if you don't have them, I apologize if this doesn't pertain to you. But this is how I think the body works, you know? Like you kind of just do things by memory. And you do things without thinking about them. So I apologize if any of this offended you. That's the last thing I want to do when it comes to accessibility and sensation, which are real things. I don't want to get canceled on like my 3rd video now for this project. But coming up on 6 minutes now, I just want to go ahead and just say that that's what I'm doing. And this is part 1. And stay tuned for more. See you later. For the kingdom, this is Joshua. That's how you end it. Okay, so I'm back a little bit later. One Bo Burnham song later. If you're not listening to Bo Burnham's album Inside, I love it so much. I listen to it every day. It's definitely one of my new favorites. But I wanted to check in with a new development that I had. So I continued bending the cardboard, or the bottom of the shoe. It's not cardboard, I'm sorry, to the brand. And then what I did was like, this is so hard. I was like, I needed like a hammer. And I was like, well, what's the most natural way I could do it? And I'm like, well, use your body weight. So what I did in order to get my shoe flat as possible is I like to move my vacuum and step on my shoe. So stepping on the shoe and then slowly like turn using the heel of my shoe to kind of break that wooden block, because I think that's what's in there. Probably should have researched this. Break it down for my wide feet that I have. And this is just really going to, and you can do it as many times as you need to. I might need to do it an additional time after this. That you're just doing a complete circle, breaking down that box. And if it, oh, hi. So if it continues on, and this is Teddy, my dog. So it looks like this now, and that kind of matches the width of my foot, if you could see it. And I started with my right shoe, left. Not struggling with left and right today. We're not doing that on camera. And then what I'm going to do is try putting the shoe in. I know it's not going to fit. However, like I just want to see how it's doing, how it feels. Stretch out that the back of it to the back of my heel as much as possible. Give that material a chance to stretch and grow like this. Trying not to rip it, but still it's like very, very strong and resilient, which is a message for us as dancers, I think, just to keep at it. So I'm going to spend some more time stretching this out to the best of my ability, and I'll see what happens. It's going to probably take a while because I'm going to try to get every like last stitch to stretch to the maximum of its ability, and while pulling as well too. Pulling like you're pulling your face, pulling it apart. To try to get a few more, more of a stretch to that fabric. That is so tight. So I will let you know what happens in a little bit. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Hi there, again, part 2. Just an update on the ballet slipper situation. So by now, it's probably about 20 minutes later. It takes a long time. Probably should have prefaced with that. I am able to almost get it over my ankle, right? And these just might be the wrong size. If they're the wrong size, comment below. I do feel that they're the right size. They're an 11, which is my size, but never hurts if you're a man to go up another size. And these were, that happens. Sorry, that's my partner. I'm gonna start that again. So now my method is literally pulling, like I'm pulling the shoe like this in order to kind of expand that hole a little bit more and stretch those threads a little bit more. And we're just going to keep at it. We're going to keep doing it. There's not a whole lot of different ways you could do this. You just kind of keep pulling like it's Laffy Taffy, and it's really resilient, as I mentioned before. So keep on keeping on. Right, Teddy Grams? He's like, what are you doing? Hello. So this is my new sock bucket friend. Let's see how Teddy likes him. Oh. Teddy is a very gentle puppy. So he doesn't really like new things, but he probably is smelling me on it because I've been all over it so far. So he likes that. He's like, is this a toy for me? And then the answer is no, it's not. But at this time, I'm able to put my hand in it and treat it like a sock puppet. Hello, Teddy. And I guess you should be too. I guess an alternative option would be to put a ball here, and so you can kind of like ball it up and like make sure that it gets a little bit more round. I'm gonna go look for one. Bye. So we have another method that I'm going ahead and introducing here, and that is this method of just really pressing down and if you're able on all ends on this part of the shoe, and it's kind of like a cone, like an ice cream cone, and just trying to make that as wide as possible as well too, is what I'm just trying to do now, but just bring it in a circle. And just think about, your formation as well too, when you're turning, and like what the shoe actually does when you're inside of it. So that last comment I made about making sure feeling just what it's like when your foot's inside of it, what I'm doing now is just twisting it like this, both ways, and just trying to really just build a lot of the dexterity in this shoe itself, just wringing it out essentially like that. So in an effort to literally stretch out that shoe more, I've inserted my foot into the slipper, and I'm literally pulling, there you go, pulling the slipper like this and shaking it. I'm almost there, I promise you. Hi, it's me with another method for you. So I got it pretty good, but I am really struggling with getting it over this part, over my heel. So I'm going to try to find some more space in the internal part of this. I'm going to do it by utilizing my dinner table and literally just putting it underneath my table. There's a lot of stuff on here. Probably should have thought that before. So I'm just going to put it underneath this table and let it just crack itself up under the weight of this table. I can hear it already. Okay. So I have it wedged underneath the table like this. Some primo ballet dancer is like, what is he doing? But I'm trying, and this is my best idea. So I'm back, and I'm not done yet, but I'm done doing this video because I've taken up enough of your time. But I just want to go ahead and show you my stopping point for the day. I'm going to go ahead and keep at it a little bit whenever I feel like tackling it again. All in all, it took about an hour for this entire process. So far, maybe like an hour and 30 minutes. But have fun, settle in for the night, put on your pajamas, and just do it with this method. If you're interested and you're a ballet dancer, please let me know your little style of creating your slipper. But this is where I'm at right now. I'll show you my foot. My sock's still on because I like doing it with my sock on for just a little bit more strength. If I was practicing, like I said, I'm learning ballet on Pointe from scratch. So probably will eventually remove my socks at some point, but answer's no. Socks are just a way of life in lieu of shoes. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep stretching it out, but almost there. As you see, I'm almost there. So I'm just going to keep on with these methods, and maybe someday soon I will have a slipper that fits. Or if you work for a ballet slipper company that makes them in larger sizes, please let me know. I do feel like this whole process would have gone better if I would have just sized up a little bit more. It would just be chef's kiss, ready. But until then, keep dancing however you like to dance, and keep expressing yourself however you like to express yourself. And for the kingdom, this is Joshua.